previously in the Shattered Lands. The exhausted party made the tough choice to go back below the temple. They could see more undead massing near the graveyard, and something that flew up into the air on bat-like wings from the mausoleum. They were too wounded and too weary to fight on above ground, and with the injured thief in tow, felt like they'd never be able to outpace their foes. Descending back into the dungeon, they found that more cultists were in the entry room and had prepared an ambush for them. Led by the cult leader that had run deeper into the dungeon earlier, they met the heroes with arrows, bolts, and blades. The fatigued adventurers smashed through their enemies, holding nothing back, and were victorious, the bodies of their enemies littering the ground. They reckoned that they had slain more than 70 cultists at this point, and wondered how many more could there possibly be. Pressing on, the heroes had decided to go to the cult feast hall, but Venric saw a door that they hadn't opened. On impulse, the knight led them beyond the door. Down a short flight of stairs, they saw a room with several prison cells. There were no guards, and they found a pair of prisoners, one a farmer and the other a merchant. The two had been horribly tortured, and knew that soon they would be taken to the tree. They were traumatized and grateful for their rescue by the party, who decided to simply camp within the prison itself. That night, as Bertram kept watch, his deep, calm voice praying to the light and to the Argent Lord, there was a thud as something sought to break the door in. As the priest roared a warning, things from Nightmare burst into the room, lunging at the heroes as they rose from slumber, stalwart Bertram protecting them. Demonic, seemingly almost simian creatures, one of whom the party had faced before, attacked. And although they were to slay these leering ones, Bertram fell. The cleric was horribly wounded, as the one had sought to tear his throat out, instead succeeding in ripping deeply into his shoulder and neck. With dawn not far off, the heroes made a stretcher for the priest out of a table and prepared to make a break for the dungeon entry. Venric opened the door to see shambling figures in the hallway. The moans of recently created zombies lurched about. They realized that some, or perhaps all of these undead, were the cultists they had so recently slain, the very ground so profane that their enemies had risen to battle them yet again. Grimly, the party ready, blade and spell, ready to deal death, and perhaps even to meet it. Welcome back.
And we're back.
Let's get it.
In the hallway of doom.
Let you guys discuss just briefly as I shift something around.
I believe the plan was, Celovus, you were going to scorch these guys.
Yes, if I could somehow get to kind of to the front, that was I think the idea. But at the same time, it's a long hallway, so I don't know how many we're going to be able to catch.
Yeah, right. Well, that and we had just decided that you and Aelwyn were going to carry the bear that is Bertram, and I'm up front.
So it's like, set him down, and I can try to get it there, and hopefully the zombies are slow. But, we'll see. Especially with the cards.
Never know with them cards.
My assumption at this point was Venric kind of cracked the door open, saw what they were dealing with, closed it, and they don't yet realize what's going on. So you guys have the time to be able to talk and plan, to your heart's content. So it's a non-issue until you decide.
My bad. See, I thought we were already going into initiative. In that case, I mean, Celovus, you can open the door, cast Burning Hands, and then we can deal with whatever's left.
You know what might even be a pretty good idea if they are zombies? If you want to do something to kind of attract them and our direction, whether that's banging on your shield or something like that, and I could be standing in front of them, burn them as they come, and then try to drop back.
Get them pulled in.
Yeah, something to draw them towards kind of the door, and then maybe I can kind of flame out from there.
Okay, that's what we'll do then. We'll just set Bertram and Copper to the side.
Yeah, that works.
And then I'll draw their attention.
Ready?
Yeah. Yep, I like that. Set Bertram and Copper down to the side, open the door, get their attention to come at us, and then as soon as they're close enough, you hit them with the burning hands. Yeah.
All right. So you have a plan. Mm-hmm. So you can see at this point, I'm just going to put the door that leads into the prison for now right there. You have the short hallway, because at that point, if you're not drawing them completely in, there's no point for me to set that up right now. So,
yeah,
you open it. Who opens the door?
Benrick.
All right, you open the door. You can see the undead still shambling about. And what?
I take my sword and bash it against my shield, call, "Come here, beast!" Like, get their attention.
All right. They begin to move towards you. You can right now see, actually, there's supposed to be one more in there. You can see 5 of them as they start, I won't say rushing down the hallway. For zombies, they're rushing. But they're slow. They're moving down the hallway.
And then I will step to the side, like still in the doorway, but to the side. That way, Celibus can get next to me.
Okay. All right. And Venric, this is like, as they start shambling down the hallway towards you, you step out of the way. And I'm just going to go ahead and put you like off to the side, because this is kind of, and so Celibus, you step up, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And do you wait until they're right up on you?
Yeah, I'm going to wait until they're kind of coming in, close, pretty much right up on me, and then that's when I'm going to cast my burning hands.
All right. I know it's a cone. What's the distance?
Read the description. It's 15-foot range.
It's a cone, so it's going to get all 5 of them.
And the saving throws versus spells. Cone of flame shoots from the fingertips of the caster. Any creature in the area of the flames takes 1d4 points of fire damage per caster level. Saving throw versus spells for half damage. Flammable materials catch on fire, and a full round must be spent to put them out. Creature taking 1d4 points of fire damage until they're quenched.
So it's saving throw for what? Or no?
Versus spells.
Versus spell. Yeah, right. This is probably not going to go well for them. Just find my place.
Now this is a 3d4 burning hands.
What's that?
I said now it's up to 3d4 for burning hands.
Oh boy. Find my place, which I apparently can't seem to do. Okay. All right. So saving. Oh, good lord. Yep. All right. So there are 5 of them. One more die. There we go. Okay. I rolled 6, 8, 9, 9, 11.
Okay. So
and they needed 16, so they all fail their saves.
It's not fast.
All right. Well, so they take. So that is going to be 7 points of fire damage.
Okay. That one's still alive, but he is burning. That one is dead. That one is exactly 7 hit points, so he is dead. This one is still alive, but burning. And the one next to him is dead. So 3 zombies are instantly immolated. The other 2 catch on fire. Now we're going to go into initiative. Because let me keep track of that. You killed 3 of them outright. Obviously, at this point, it matters. So, let's see. Wait, hold on. Sorry, my cards are all over the place. And unless you guys, was Arnall here? Did I miss something?
I do.
Yeah, we sent him ahead, actually.
That's what I thought. Clay and Rixus are here. And Bertram is here, but he's not really here. So, you know. Copper is same. He's here, but not really here. Should have had this already done. My bad. Okay.
Good.
And it's like at this point, there's just so many random factors to keep track of as a DM that.
So many things to kill your party.
Yes, it's true. All right, so you guys go ahead and tell me when to stop.
Stop.
Sir Venric.
All right. Venric will move through Celovus to that first zombie and take a swing.
I'm going to move this doorway just because it's in my way. All right, you move up to that zombie. Pass some.
Yep, I hit an 11.
Their AC is... of course, I'm losing stuff that was just right. There we go. Let's see. You will not believe this. Zombies, AC 11.
Holy smokes. Okay.
Yep. Terrible.
In the right leg for 5 points of damage.
Yep. And the flaming, desperately injured zombie collapses dead. Well, dead again. All right. Let's see. Aelwyn, the druid.
I'm just gonna hold. I can't get out in front of everybody.
Squire Clay.
Clay's going to hold.
Okay. The last zombie comes at you, Venric. But it takes damage every round, correct there, Celovus the Seeker?
Yes, it takes 1d4 points of fire damage until it is quenched, and I'm assuming it didn't stop to put it fire out.
Nope, it's an unthinking zombie, so you can just roll damage.
Roll.
So 2 more points of fire damage.
Yep, and that's gonna, as it starts, like in any good horror movie, it's on fire, it lurches towards you, stumbles, falls face first onto the ground. Dead.
We've figured
That worked
their
out really
weakness.
well.
Give me a perception check, Celovus and Venric.
I got an 11.
I got a 7.
Okay. What do you guys do?
Venric
Let's go get
will look back to the group. Wait, what did you say, Celovus?
I think let's go get the bodies, right?
Yeah. Let's get Copper and Bertram and get out of here.
Could you push your mic in a little bit, Ben? Yep, there you go. I just didn't hear you.
Yes. Go get the bodies and try to get out of here.
Following you, Benner. So yeah,
So we'll
I
get
help Celovus
back
pick him up.
into getting Bertram.
All right, so leading the way then is Venric, I think.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Bring you in this hall, followed by...
Clay.
I'm sorry, I missed that. Who?
Clay.
Squire Clay. And is Clay helping carry somebody?
No.
Okay. And who is Clay followed by?
Me, and I'm helping Celovus carry Bertram.
Okay, so you guys, and you have Bertram between you. So what I'm going to do... I thought I had that piece out, but I don't.
Our stretcher pieces.
Yep, you guys have this table between you, which is your makeshift stretcher for the huge priest. And then after Sullivan, I believe you had the two NPCs bringing up the rear. Is that correct?
Yep.
Yep,
they're
carrying copper.
Okay, they're carrying copper. Let's see. We had a... Oh, I moved those minis as well, so I'm just going to grab two. I don't believe these are the same minis I used. With this one. Yep, and then we'll just go with... this one. All right, and they're bringing up the rear. They have copper on a stretcher. Oh no, here we go. That's fine. All right, bringing up the rear. All right, so Venric, as you round the corner, you get to here. You see several more zombies. They're kind of slowly moving toward the door because they heard the ruckus. That was what you failed to hear with your perception check. We're going to go to initiative.
Stop.
They went. Brixus the dragon.
Ooh. Yeah. At this point, he's just gonna hold.
Brixus will hold. Hold. All right. Druid.
Okay, I'm gonna wait for Celivus so we can put Bertram down as a team.
Okay. Squire Clay.
Fire Clay will wait till Venric moves.
Okay. Sullivan. Wow.
Now, Silvis will take his turn to slowly put Bertram to the ground
Okay.
with Elwyn.
I'm gonna say as you guys do it together, that's a full round because he's a heavy dog.
Yeah, I
All
figured.
right. They funnel in. Again, I'm just gonna move the doorway because it's in the way. They push their way in. As they move forward, they lash out at Venric the Unhittable. Yep, and that is exactly what he is, missing horribly. Sir Venric.
All right, Venric will return the favor. Hitting a 15.
That's a hit.
Right leg for 11 points of damage.
Good lord. All right, and that's going to kill him. Just barely drops him, so there is no clevis, but you do slaughter into him.
And if it's
Well,
okay, Clay
yep.
will take his turn now.
But he can take his turn, spearing past you.
Yes, that's exactly what he...
Or does he move up in front of you, taking
no,
his chance at glory?
he'll do what you said the first time. Ooh. 15?
That's a hit. Clay is becoming quite the warrior.
Clay hits him in the right leg for 3 points of damage.
Okay. He still stands, but he is injured.
Nice.
Okay. That's that one that's right in front of you there. Brix is held, but I don't know if you're going to send him up there
Yeah.
into battle. All right. Next up we have Brixus starts us off.
Yeah, he's still kind of waiting for Salvus.
Sir Venric.
All right, Venric will slash the one that Clay just struck. Nat 1.
Oh, there it is. The true steel begins to fly out of his hand, but no, because some stupid DM decided it would be a cool power. And it goes right back into his hand.
Love you, DM.
What was I thinking?
All right.
Exactly. All right, Squire Clay. I've got you, sir.
Clay will take a strike with the spear. Oh, 13.
That is a hit.
hits in the torso for 1 point of damage.
Oh, Clay, it's hard to drop this zombie with a spear. He's hitting, but he's just not learning how to like do enough to really mess with him. All right. Druidess.
Okay, I pull my sword, and then I'm very mistrustful, so I'm gonna peer down the other hallway and just make sure nothing else is coming for us.
You see it's empty. You don't see anything.
Okay. I'm just gonna spend the rest of this turn watching because I really don't trust him anymore.
Now listen, you could move further down into the darkness and get a better view. Do you want to do that?
No, that's not what I said. No.
No. Okay. I'm just tactically. Information is king on the battlefield. Just saying. All right. So Elwyn takes a look around, and then whoosh, it is them. They move up. Only 2 at a time can get you, though. And so they both go for Venric, their only target. Come on! I need a nat 20 to hit this sucker. I mean, the zombies spew acid breath because they're a new type of zombies. Just for this. Okay, they miss horribly. Celovus, the Seeker.
Celovus is going to draw his blade. And I can't tell. Is there a space next to Sir Vendrick?
Yes, there is.
Okay, then he will draw his blade and move up beside Sir Vendrick.
Celovus moves up. Again, the hallways are small, but you guys have pretty giant bases. So you're just know that you are right next to Celovus, shoulder to shoulder.
And that's all I can do this turn.
Great. Draw your blade, you move up, step on Bertram's face, dies. And when that happens, Venric's his attention is broken and the zombie tears his throat out, leaving Clay to be the hero. Okay, no, I'm just kidding. I killed Clay too. Clay.
Okay, Clay will lunge with his spear. That's an 8.
That's a miss. Next fastest is the Druid Aelwyn.
Yeah, we're kind of bottlenecked. I'm just gonna keep watch down this hallway.
Okay. Next is the Zombie Menace. Not proving too much of a menace because they cannot seem to hit Venric as they attack. Oh, hold on. 21.
That is a hit.
So happy. All right. Here's the end of Venric. I can feel it. Can you guys feel it? All right, Venric, you take 2 points of damage as he lashes out and grabs you in the left arm, and he tries to grab a hold of you. But I rolled a 2, so no, he can't lunge in and bite you in the next turn, turning you into Zombie Venric, which is my
Oh, you're muted.
There we go.
You guys hear me?
Yeah,
Yes.
we can hear
Got
you
you
now.
now.
Okay. And these buttons on this headphone, sorry about that. I was just saying that Zombie Venric is my preferred Venric. So let's work on that. Can we be team players here? Okay, next up is Celovus.
Yeah, because Celovus moved up next to Venric. He's going to try to stab one of these zombies. Yeah, that is 13.
That is a hit.
Okay, so for 6 points of damage in the left leg.
All right.
So on the one on the right.
He's got to make a save because that was a leg, and he fails. He drops. Does he make his... No. So that one that Clay's been working on, you slam into him, and he drops, crushing his head off the side of the wall, and is no more. All right. Next up is Vrixis, the Dragonling.
Yeah, nothing. Celovus has moved up. Yeah, he's got 80 feet of fly movement. He'll fly up on the one that's on Sir Venric, or in that spot that, yeah. And he'll Claw Bite.
And let me guess, fly back out of harm's way after.
Of course. Isn't that what you would do?
No, I would sacrifice
With-
my dragon for
With
greater
your
power.
your highly intelligent monster?
Yeah, I guess.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, he was highly ineffectual, and I don't think hit a single time.
Remember that it's only 11 AC though.
Yeah, 8, 9, and 10.
Oh, okay then. Tell you what else is
So-
a 8, 9, and 10 is Sir Venric.
Okay, Venric is going to.
I don't even know what that meant.
This zombie. All right, that is a 21.
21 is a hit,
Oh, yeah.
sir.
All right, for 5 points of damage in the torso.
Okay, it's got to make a save. You chop into its which it does. Keeps its feet. It is injured, but it is on its feet still. Which I mean, again, you just chunk out part of its side with your glowing lightsaber type blade, and it doesn't go enough through to knock him over. Next round, Squire Clay.
All right, Clay's going to attack the zombie too. That's a 13.
That's a hit.
That is for 1 point of damage in the torso.
Okay, make another save, which it makes. He stabs it in the torso as well, but he can't seem to knock it off balance. Vrixis the dragon.
Yeah, he's gonna claw bite on this seemingly indomitable zombie.
Dragon's just flying back and forth around your head like a bat, Sir Venric.
Bite. Yes. But that is a net 20 on the one of the claws.
Okay,
15 on the other. So
that's it.
With a nat 20, you can choose the location, right? So.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so then he will be clawing into this thing's head for a total of 4 points of damage.
All right, and that's a headshot. So he slays it out of hand, his claw just sinking into this thing's forehead. Viscera spatters Sir Venric's immaculate hair. All right.
Yes.
Next we have the druid
Okay,
peering
I'll
into
take
the
a
darkness.
page out of the dragon's book. I'm gonna dash forward and take a swing, and then run back.
Okay.
Oh, hey. I got a 19
That's a hit.
for 6 points of damage in its torso.
Okay. It fails its save. Falls. Yep. And the lightning fast druid runs forward so quick no one can see her. She slashes it, severing its spine, and it collapses, crushing its head to the ground.
Excellent.
Nice.
You see or hear no more zombies.
Why don't I go check the stairs leading up before we, just in case there's anything lingering at the top. We don't want to be caught in the staircase.
Why don't I check with you in case there's yet another trap on that stupid staircase?
That's a great idea.
Okay. You guys make your way forward. You see the entry chamber. It's a little more shambles now because remember the ambush and everything that went down there. You can see the stairs leading up.
Okay. I look around to the best of my ability to try and find any traps.
Give me a perception check.
Okay. I got a 15.
You do not detect anything.
I don't see anything.
All right. You think we should go up to the top, open up the door, and just peer out real quick before we move the whole group up?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, so we'll do that. We're gonna move up to the stairs, up to the top, and then open the door and just look
Okay.
out before.
You
Just
guys
don't
go
want
up
to
and
get caught on the stairs with two down foes like that. Or,
Okay. You guys head up, just still Venric and Aelwyn?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys make your way up. You get to the top of the stairs, set off no traps. You don't hear anything really. What do you do?
Open the door. I open the door.
All right. The trap door lifts up, and you've been so long in darkness. The blinding rays of the sun, for a moment, make you shrink back, but then you revel in the feeling. Even though it's in the fall, it's an overcast day, but the sun, as it peeks through the clouds, it just feels so good. And you look up and around, and you are alone in the temple.
All right, let's go get
At least
everybody.
right now.
Okay.
What a sigh of relief.
Let's take 5 just so I can do something here. And we'll give you guys a chance to do what you need to do.
Mhm.
All right. You make your way above ground, and you can see that the sun is shining. You are, in the belfry area as you come up. Now, just to give you I just had it up, but I'll actually go back and put it back up. Of course, I never can find. I need to label these maps a little bit better. There you go. So, the temple is right alongside, the river. It's like up on the cliffs above the river. You can see that the path leads down to the road. What does my party do?
Aylwin, you had mentioned not taking the main road back to camp. Which way should we head? What's the best direction?
I mean, yeah, I feel like maybe taking the main road is a bad idea, but we can try it if you guys want to make better time. That's the thing, if we're trying to cut cross country, carrying people, it's going to slow us down. If we want to just try and run through and get there, maybe we'll be okay on the roads. What does everyone think?
Well, on our way in, the only thing we encountered was that spider. What do you say, Salvis?
With it being daytime, I'm hoping that perhaps run into less of the denizens of them, but I mean, it's hard enough to carry Bertram as it is. I don't know that I can climb him, or I can walk climbing him. I don't know if I can carry this body.
Yeah, fair enough.
All right. Then it's the main trail. That's what it is, the main road.
Okay.
So, at that, yeah, we'll start making our way down the path from the temple, down the road past the cemetery.
Okay. You guys start making your way out. Which section are you going out through?
Whatever one that's going to be less climbing and more walking.
Probably that main door.
That's going to be over here through the main one.
Yep, we'll head that way.
All right. As you are coming through this part, Selvus, as you get there, you recoil seeing something hanging right over the doorway. Thinking it a trap, you stop in your tracks, and you realize it's a body, gently swaying in the breeze.
Do I recognize the body?
Its back is to you. You could turn it.
I do.
It lashes out. No, I'm kidding. As you turn it, I gotta stop doing that. As you turn it, you see it's someone you've never met before. Looks like a man, mostly unremarkable. His throat has been slit from ear to ear. And written in blood in broad letters on his, because again, he's completely just about naked, but on his torso from his, stomach up into his chest, but this is upside down facing you, where you can read it. It just says, in blood upon his body, be seeing you.
Indeed, you will, and we'll be seeing you. I cut the body down.
Okay.
And I walk it over to the cliff, and I throw it in the river.
As you go to the back side, give me a perception check, Felden. Lord, there's a blast from the past. Venric.
Dirty 20.
Okay. You see something. Well, I got to get a different. I don't know how well you can see that map. If you pin it, it might be a little easier for you to see. But as you throw it off, now the only problem with this map is the church should be oriented a little towards right against the cliffs. You see that near the bottom, like where there's the water, you actually see some brush around what looks like a small cave. As the body bounces and then goes into the river, something large and green darts out of the cave and just dives into the water.
Oh, well, I'd hope to save this poor soul from becoming a feast for the zombies, but apparently nature is going to take its course one way or another. Well, we should be on with it.
Agreed.
Yep, and Venric will head back towards the path.
All right. Okay.
We will follow.
You head out the front of the temple. Your caravan with your 2 wounded people. And again, Celibus and Aelwyn, just the size of Bertram. You guys' shoulders are burning. It's trying to get down the hill with him. You slip a couple times, but this is the assumption that you guys are very careful. It takes you about an hour just to get down the side of the hill. As you do, you finally clamber down. You can see, sun is, it's maybe 9 o'clock in the morning.
Plenty of time to make it back to camp.
But
All right.
be careful as we get close to the building, because that spider was not dead.
You begin heading essentially southwest. You go past the graveyard. You go in.
No.
No.
Look at the bird as we walk by.
I'm sorry. I thought that was the agreement. You guys are going in the graveyard. Okay.
Yeah.
No. You glance over. You see no sign of any movement, any creatures. And Celibus and Venric, remembering the figure that you saw in the center near the mausoleum, you look kind of hard for a second, just trying to see if you can spot anything. You don't, and you notice the door to the mausoleum is closed. You continue down the path, heading toward the main road. Celibus, why don't you roll me a d6?
All right. That's a 5.
All right. You make your way down to where the smaller road hits the main road, and then leads you kind of northwest, or you can go southeast, crossing the bridge where you have not been across the river. My assumption is you're going to head to the northwest.
Yes.
Yes, I would believe so.
All right. Give me just a second. Make a quick change. Get something out of here.
You guys think that big green thing was at the bottom of the cliff?
Well,
Big lizard.
from your description, maybe even a troll.
Oh,
God forbid it's been tainted.
you're probably right. Because, don't trolls usually... Well, they're often in water, right? Ugh.
Often swamps, rivers. There is a broken bridge not too far down from here. So,
This place is crawling with fiends.
Evil everywhere.
I'm curious, Sir Venric. It seemed like almost on a whim you opened that door and we found these people. Did you have a sense they were in there?
I don't know. I just felt compelled to turn left instead of right down the hallway. I honestly had hoped it would just be a small room with no other entrances or no exits. I don't know. Call it good fortune from the gods, I suppose.
You hear the woman behind. She's like, "It was the light guiding him. I'm sure of it."
You know, there is ancient folklore amongst dungeoneers about there being something lucky about left. Don't know why.
Interesting.
Always try the left from now on.
All right. You guys continue making your way down the path. Let me, real quick, check something. Should have done this first. Apologies.
All good.
As you, again, you're kind of heading northwest. The road kind of curves. Suddenly, as you kind of come a little bit further up, just where the road starts to bend a little bit, you hear the sounds of battle just ahead. Moving forward slightly, you see a pair of figures being rushed what looks like more than a dozen orcs. You instantly recognize the tall man in leathers and a tricorn hat as Wolf the Ranger, and the woman next to him as Zephyr the Mage. There is no sign of their dwarven companion Rend, and their situation looks dire. Even as you move into action, you see the mage take an arrow in her shoulder and fall with a cry. With a roar, Wolf springs forward, slaying one of the orcs outright. You wonder for a moment where his wolves are, but then see two gray forms streak in, tearing into another green skin, dropping him. Then, from out of nowhere, a goblin leaps from the bushes, sinking daggers into another orc's back, bringing him down. To your astonishment, Wolf growls, "Good job, Snick!" as he stands over Zephyr protectively. The goblin nods sharply and moves back to back with the ranger as the orcs close in around them.
Huh.
I will set the scene.
He has
Not have guessed it would have been a goblin.
a friendly goblin.
And he
Didn't
looks
know they
like
made such creatures.
I would say I didn't think those existed.
put this in a second. The goblin.
Nice.
No kidding.
Can't quite get it to focus.
I like the bird skull. That's cool.
Yeah, that's his pauldron.
It's Rend.
You can see,
Zephyr put a spell on him to make him look like a goblin. Some kind of cruel spell.
that's a cruel spell for a dwarf.
Yeah.
Right. You can see a lot of orcs. It'd actually be a little further up the road. You can see they're pretty well surrounded as these orcs are rushing them from all angles. There is a really big one in the center of the road as well.
That's a whole lot of work.
A whole lot of orcs.
12,000.
Fireball.
Yes, 12,000 orcs.
I wish.
The question is, as I'm going to go into initiative immediately, do you guys intervene or do you simply leave them to their fate?
Venric is going to intervene.
Yeah.
We're going.
You guys.
Just
Yeah, I
stand
mean,
by.
Wolf saved our whole camp a couple sessions ago, so
It's true.
Yep.
That he did. That he did indeed. Forgot, speaking of Wolf and his wolves, these two are here as well. Oh, grabbed the wrong wolf. Like the base on this one better, so they're kind of standing protectively over Zephyr as well. All right, so added a few more cards here. I'm gonna let you guys just go ahead and tell me when to stop.
Stop.
Celibus the Seeker.
All right. Selvus is going to wait for Aelwyn's turn to attempt to put Bertram down safely.
Yep, and I don't have you guys on this board yet because this is like you're at a bit of a distance.
Yeah.
All right. Next fastest, which would be Aelwyn.
I will do the same. Put him down and.
Ready your weapons at that point, I'm guessing?
Yep.
Yes.
All right. Wolf. Enraged. Let's see here. Find my spot there. There we go. Their stats out. Enraged, Wolf will fire a bolt at the leader. Oh, there you go. That's an 18, and that's how you do that.
Nice.
Okay. And six for 4, which is not going to drop this guy, but it does wound him.
Mhm.
The wolf fires his shot, unwilling to charge away from Zephyr. All right. Next is... Oh, look at that. Snick, the goblin.
Nice.
He's like, "Die, orc scum!" as he launches himself just madly, furiously, blade in hand. And, no, that's a hit. And you notice he's got a dagger in each hand as he just like starts furiously lashing out at this orc. This is not a sneak attack, and so he injures him, but does not drop him. This orc has... Well, if I can find... There we go. That orc is injured. I'm just going to go ahead and... do that way. I know which is which. All right. Next up is... Ooh, Squire Clay. Does he rush forward boldly, sir?
Clay will hold.
We will hold.
How Venric goes.
Aelwyn.
Okay, I'm gonna. I don't know how far away I am, but I'd like to get in close and take a shot.
All right. Yep. You can rush up. You're about 50 yards away, and essentially, let me back the camera up just a bit. There we go. You get to the edge. Kind of this is as you turn the corner. You get to here, and you can take a shot as you come rushing up.
Okay, I will at the one directly in front of me with that sword over his head.
This one here.
Yes. Oh, hey, there we go. I got an 18.
18 is a hit.
4. Ooh, max damage. 6 in his left arm.
This guy has not been injured, and you shoot him in the arm, it spins him around, and you realize that you went through his arm into his side, killing him as he drops
Nicely
dead to
done.
the ground.
Nice.
Good
Well
shot,
done,
Ellen.
Ellen.
Eh, first blood.
Yes, first blood indeed. All right. Whoosh. Them. You can see the big one kind of half turns, hearing a cry. Make sure we ain't ambushed. I'll take care of this one. You hear him, yes, guys. And he rushes forward at Wolf. This archer is going to step back, as is this one. They begin rushing. Some of these begin heading your way. But as they do, it's a big. I was going to go for the wolf. All right, so 2 arrows come streaking at you, Aelwyn. That's a miss and a 14.
Miss.
Both misses. Meanwhile, these 2 come moving up. They don't quite charge because they see more of your fellows down the road, so they're kind of holding off. The one goes for Snick, missing terribly. One goes for one of the wolves. That's also a miss. 3 normal ones on Wolf. Jeepers. Yeah, every one of those misses. But Gerdaz, the orc boss, swings on Wolf. And you can see, as tall as Wolf is, this orc just kind of towers even over him. But he misses Wolf entirely, because that's a 5. I don't care where you're from, a 5 is a 5. Okay. Next up is Brixus, the dragon.
Yeah. Rixus has 80 feet of fly speed. So here's what I would like to how do you do with him, DM? Is he's going to try to fly like alongside those archers, or actually, sorry, that first line of orcs there, like off to that tree, off to the right there.
Yeah.
And he's just gonna do his breath attack, which is a line.
That's what I thought he was fixing to do. These orcs are resistant to dragon's fire, like many orcs in the Shattered Lands.
Oh, really? Didn't know that. So it is a save versus breath weapon.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Yeah,
Like
about
my
that.
toughest save too. I'm sure it's theirs as well.
Yeah, they both fail for sure.
Okay. Oh, apparently Vrixus, he's not a fan of orcs after all this has gone down with Clay and whatnot. That's 6 points of fire damage.
Okay. Well,
Oh, snap.
let's see.
He maxed out.
All right. This one dies outright as this fire just, engulfs him. He turns to catch it right in the face. The other one is injured badly, but he is also on fire.
Shot Brixus.
He's like, oh, it's like burning his side and his back terribly. All right, that was Rixus. So Venric.
Okay, Venric will look back at the prisoners that we just rescued. Stay here with these bodies. And then he'll look at
Yes, sir.
Clay on me. And then Venric he's got 20 feet of movement. He's going to, can you triple move in this?
Yes, you can. That's as fast as you can go in heavy armor.
Okay, I'm assuming that's as far as I can get. I don't know if that'll even get me there.
That will get you up to about here.
So it takes him so long because he's in the armor. He's like charging. He's like this.
And Clay follows right behind. I'm with you, sir! All right. Finally, Storm and Fang, the wolves. They're going to rip into that orc that just tried to attack them, the orc with the great axe. And, they're both... What are they plus? Oh, no, never mind. Forgot. These wolves are +3. Yeah, so they both hit. As a matter of fact, they rip into this orc and shred into him. Oh, hello. Yeah. All right. One gets him in the torso, biting him in the gut, and as he lunges over, the other one jumps up and crushes his head in his jaws, killing another orc. Very well done. All right. Next round. It is now that the prisoners / cultists make their move. No, I'm kidding.
Oh no.
Wouldn't that
would
just be
be
ironic?
diabolical, though.
Wrong on so many levels, but that's the way my brain thinks. Now, wouldn't this be an interesting time for them to
Honestly, I wouldn't even put it past you to do that. Like,
I have no, but there's no logic to it. There's no like, well, the reason is but yeah, sleeper cells. So there you go. Yeah, sleeper agents. All right, here we go. First up is the druid.
okay, so I know Venric can handle these fools, so I want to try and like sprint all out to get to Wolf and Zephyr up there.
All right, but you have your bow out, correct?
Yeah.
All right, so you're just running into the knot of them.
Yeah.
You're in leather, I believe.
Yep.
Yeah, you can easily. You rush up into the middle of a wolf. You actually see Snick the Goblin as you're running up there. He's like, "Ma!" And he's like, "Wait, hold, it's friends." And he's like, he kind of looks over, Elwyn.
Let me get her on her feet.
And he kind of like laughs. He's like, by the gods, I'll question the timing later. It's good to see you, lass. But that's your turn because you had to full-on sprint, like you say.
Yep.
Elwyn, you rush up there in the knot of angry orcs. Heedless of your own life, I might add. All right. Meanwhile, I was just saying.
Yarp.
Okay, these two back here. These two orcs with the bows are going to turn and they're going to shoot that dragon. They're like, "Little dragon, shoot it!" And they fire. Oh boy, let's just show you what I rolled.
Oh man.
Ooh.
Yeah, those both hit.
All right, so we'll stick with the same colors. The 20 is the orange, the red is the non-critical. Oh, and aren't you lucky? Because look at that. We're 4, 5, 6. A nat 20 yielded 2 points of damage on Rixus.
Oh, that could have been
He's
so
dragging.
bad.
So
Yep.
6 total, but that was lucky.
He still flaps.
All right. Meanwhile, this orc here is going to charge Sir Venric. Really, he has no idea what hell he's just invited into his life. He doesn't know. He's like, "Puny human." And he's like, kind of bigger human. I'm an orc. I have nothing. And I talk to myself. No, that's a 3. So, meanwhile, back up here in the melee, that orc is going to swing at Snick. Oh, there you go. That'll connect with Snick. Ooh. As he hacks into this little goblin's right arm, Snick lunges backward. He's injured, but he does not fall.
No, don't die, Goblin.
All right.
The only time that's ever come out of Ben's mouth.
What'd he say? What'd you say?
He said, "Oh
I
no,
said,
don't
"Oh, no."
die, Goblin."
All right.
And even
let's
then,
see.
I said minorly sarcastic.
It's true. The orcs on Wolf, 3 of them. Horrible misses all around. Boss has his own card, so he doesn't go yet. Meanwhile, Wolf, battle axe in hand, he is going to swing at the big dog that's rushed up on him. He's like, "Oh, you want to fight, do ya?" Well, my friends are here. Oh, hello! Wolf answers back. I'd like to show y'all what he rolled.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man.
Man, my nat 20s, my dice are just on fire. Good job, Wolf. So, for 14 in the right leg of this orc boss,
Nice.
still doesn't kill him, but he is badly injured. As he just hacks into this, roar, and he begins to lunge back. He says, Tell Squirdag Wolf says hello! All right. Next is Celibus.
All right, Sylphus is going to begin rushing up towards.
You have no
first-
armor, so you can Brock. What are you, 40 feet of movement?
Yes. Well, yes. So 40 and unarmored.
So you can
Um,
times 5 move in no armor, so you can run 200 feet should you wish it.
Yeah, at this point, I'm just going to run up on the same orc that Sir Venric is on.
You rush up. Okay. Squire Clay.
Squire Clay, he'll stab past Venric.
At Celibus. Smart. I would do it.
Ooh, 19.
Wizards are untrustworthy.
Oh, 19. That is a hit.
6 damage in the torso.
Oh, and Clay takes this orc out.
He is
Nice.
getting lethal with that spear.
He is.
He's
Too. I'm
learning.
proud of the old boy.
He's learning his timing. Uh-oh, Venric.
Venric turns and slashes Clay. Sorry. Caught
yeah.
in battle. No.
Steal my glory, boy.
Can I reach the archers?
I believe with the charge you can. I'll double check it. You certainly can.
All right. I will charge up and unleash fury. Ooh, that's 17.
That's a hit. This one here or the wrong
Yes.
one?
Yep,
Okay.
that one. For 6 points of damage in the head.
All right. And you split his skull like a ripe melon on a hot summer day. Gerdaz. He is going to swing at Wolf again. Kill you for that! Show your pain, human! Oh my god, but not if you can't roll above a 3. He's got a 2-handed sword, and he cannot hit anything. He's almost hits his own orcs. Brixus, the dragon.
Yeah. Vrixus is going to fling himself at the other archer that shot him.
That's horrible.
Just imagine, like, coming directly at your face.
Right?
Yeah.
Like a winged
Like a-
creature and trying to get it
Like
off.
a dog-sized bat, you know. That's
Get it off, get it off, get it off!
13, a 15, and an 11.
Okay, 13 and 15 hit.
Okay, so those are claws. So 4 points of damage. Indeed.
All right. And he still stands, but he is injured.
Right arm.
That's
That's what it is. He's trying to get his raw bow, or like his raw arm.
Yeah, he rips into his bow arm, and the wolves. They turn looking for. One is going to go this way. One is going to go this way, and the tree is just going to get knocked down. Cool. All right. So, first wolf on the orc fighting Snick. Oh, there we go. That's a 19 for. Good lord, 6 points of damage. Ooh, in the torso. And that's exactly how he rips into this orc's guts, bringing it down, killing it. The other wolf, Storm, she is going to rush the orc there. And she's going to miss because it kind of turns, throws a shield up, and she misses, bouncing off of it. It was ready for her. Next fastest, which is our last one, which is Snick. Snick is going to, he's like, thanks, Dino! And he turns and goes around to backstab the big guy. Oh, you guys can't even see that. I'm so sorry. I've been like narrating something that's off screen because it's almost like 2 battles. You see Snick run over, and at this point, you notice he does something particular, Aelwyn, as you turn around. So he's attacking with both daggers. Normally he'd be at disadvantage, but since this is a sneak attack because he's flanking, this is now going to be regular attacks, but he gets 2 daggers, and it does count as sneak attack for damage. So, 1 hits, 1 misses, but he does ram a blade into Gerdag's back.
Nice.
for, let's see here. This is, oh my god, max damage too. How about that for Snick?
Nice.
Jeepers. Okay. Yep, for 8 in the torso. You guys will never believe how many hit points old Gurdaz, the orc boss, had. He had 8 hit points left. This little goblin lunges himself, rams a blade in the small of this towering orc's back, and as he goes down, you see he just kind of clambers up him like he's a falling tree, climbing him as he falls forward. And as the orc is trying to reach him, he drives a blade over and over into his neck and his head. He's like, and he just starts like, it's almost sickening to watch this maniacal little goblin, but he puts paid to this big orc boss.
Good stuff.
So he is gone. All right. Next round. Oh, that went a little different than I thought it was going to go. And here we go with Wolf. Good job, Snick. Don't get cocky. He turns, and as he says this, you can see, and Elwyn, you kind of pick up on all this because you're right there. He's like, you're just jealous because I killed him. And he goes to stab. Wolf does one of these other, and he misses horribly, even though it's only an orc. Wolf kind of is laughing, belly laughing now. Snick again. He is going to move back into flanking position. Striking. Again, one miss, one hit. He stabs this orc for 4 in the right leg. Does not kill it, but it is wounded. All right, that was Snick. Next fastest is Elwyn.
Okay, I am going to lean down over Zephyr and cast a Cure Light on her.
All right.
So she gets, max 7 hit points back.
Her eyes flutter, and she kind of looks around in confusion. Elwyn?
It's all right.
And she's like, Wolf! And she looks up and she sees him. All right. Storm and Fang. They're going to, again, they kind of come around, flanking. The one goes on the, oh yeah, he hits the one that Snick just hit. Rips in, apparently Storm, or Fang rather, he likes to go for the torso. He rips into this orc's guts, eviscerating him, and he drops dead to the ground. Meanwhile, Fang, again, she's up against the one right there with the shield, and that'll hit for, oof, not enough though. That one's dead, if I can use this. All right, he is injured. These orcs are looking a little rough. All right. Squire Clay.
Okay, Squire Clay will move over to the dragon that, or the orc that Drixus is fighting. He is going to try to run this sucker through. And it's a nat 1.
Oh, Clay! Say it ain't so. Oh, but it lands at his feet. So on his next turn, he can pick it up. These orcs are going to have to make morale checks because things are going badly. All right. Is there morale? There we go. Wow. They stand and fight. Orcs. And this one will step back, go to shoot Vrixis again. What it is, the archer doesn't realize what has happened. The other 2 orcs are like, we're moving up in the world. We're going to be captains. And this archer shoots at Vrixis. Ooh, 16?
That's a hit.
Vrixis takes, 6 in the torso.
He's quickly not becoming a fan of orcs.
Meanwhile, these 2 orcs, one of them steps to Snick. And you kind of see this. It'd be funny if things weren't so dangerous, Aelwyn, because as soon as Snick has to face something head on, he goes from like to and it swings on Snick, but it misses as he kind of jumps back. Meanwhile, the other one goes at Wolf. Oh, that'll connect for 4 in the left leg as Wolf gets hacked into once more. Flesh wound, boy. All right. That was the orcs. Sir Venric.
All right, Venric is going to move up on the orc that just shot Brixus. He will take a swing. No, that's only a 10.
Oh, that's a miss. Celibus.
All right. Let's see. How far am I from that one that Sir Benrick is on? I'm gonna move up towards him. Is where I'm gonna do this turn.
Do you want to get with
him? I will try.
Yeah, you could charge him.
Okay. So yeah, I will double move up there and attack him. That is a 17 to hit.
That is a hit.
Okay. Only for 3 points of damage in the throat.
Hit 2 hit points left.
Nice.
Celibus rushes up, stop thrusts him right through the heart with that elegant fighting style that you guys are starting to see. It's like, again, he's got the grace of a dancer as he ends him. Rixus. Let me this off for you. Give you a better view.
Rixus. Yeah, he will fly up on the one that is on that goblin Snick, and he will claw bite that one.
Don't stab him. He's one of ours.
You sure?
Very.
Miss, and 14.
I'm sorry, what'd you hit?
A 14 on the one.
Says the goblin. That's a hit.
Okay, so for 3 points of damage, the torso.
That one has not been hit, but good, I rolled a 1. He was injured already, apparently. As Rixus rips his lungs out, just furious now. He's like, have I ever told you, my boy, I despise orcs?
And he stares down at the goblin.
Not an orc. Nick seems a little unhinged as you guys get a little closer. All right, next round. Zephyr. She is going to get to her feet. And looking over, she sees the orc attacking her man. She got... that is not going to help. So she is... Hey, can you guys hear me now?
Yeah.
Yep.
I swear, it's so easy to mute this headset. I hate it so much. She is going to cast a spell on herself that she really needed to. And you suddenly see that instead of one Zephyr, there are 4 Zephyrs. Meanwhile,
Oh, that's bad.
Celibus.
All right. Yeah. Well, yeah, so this is going to move up on that orc that is on Wolf's backside.
All right, he rushes in.
And I will take a swing if I had enough movement.
Yeah, because again, you're in light armor. You just kind of charge through. Vrixus flaps above, giving you space. If Vrixus was a full, sized regular person, but he's used to your movements, and so I'll give you the charge.
That makes sense. Okay. All right. I will take swing. That is going to be a 17.
That's a hit.
Or so. Or 5 points of damage.
I kid you not. I don't know if you can see this. It's 5.
Nicely done, Celibus.
Celibus, man, like lightning just rushing across the battlefield. He doesn't have the power of a Venric, but he's
And
definitely
he can't
got...
stand there. Like,
Yeah.
he just moves in and stabs real quick.
He's like that musketeer, that fencer. And as you guys drop the last orc, Wolf turns and looks at you all overjoyed. Ah, gods above, it's good to see you, my friends.
Good to see
Where's
you.
Bertram?
Over here. Where's Ren?
Ren he was captured. My friends, you see, he turns to check on Zephyr's wounds, then he turns back to you with the ghost of a grim smile. My thanks, he says heartily. And you can see that both he, Snick, and Rend are actually pretty badly wounded. It looks like they've received terrible wounds before this fight. We were all but done until you showed up. He turns to gesture at the goblin, who you can see now, like, happy as a kid in a candy store. Snick is going orc to orc, slitting throats. One for you, two for you. And just all the while, just daggers flashing. This is Snick. Don't worry, I know he's a goblin, but, he's a friend. Listen, we should talk away from here. He kind of glances. Let me give you guys a different map view, if I can. So you guys are at just past the crossroad there, a little further up. And he kind of points down the road. You can see where, like, on the map toward the middle, it looks like there's a forge. And there's, like, a big 2-story house there. Points down that way. He's like, we found Skordak, but things didn't go to plan. And again, I'll put you guys a little further up now, so you can see that. You guys are just about that bend of the road past the crossroads. And Wolf is like, my friends, we're in pretty bad shape, and look, it looks like is Bertram dead?
Severely.
No. But injured.
Nice. Right. Aelwyn, can you push your mic up just a little bit? I'm trying to keep everybody's volume up. Look, I really appreciate it, but could we travel with you? I don't know if your camp's far. You talk once we're a little safer. Zephyr kind of still looks a bit wobbly on her feet, but she definitely looks better than she did now that Aelwyn has healed her. Look,
Our camp
we'll watch her backs the way you watched ours.
Yeah, our camp is not far ahead. We're heading there now. We have to get Bertram and Copper back to town, but we're going to camp first. You're welcome to join us.
All right. Good. As you guys prepare to head out, you can see Wolf, like, angrily. He goes and he's just staring back at this, like, where this fenced-in smithy down the way. And he just looks, his jaws clenched, his eyes are flashing. Give me perception checks.
21.
Aelwyn, his eyes, like, flash, and for a moment, they almost seem to glow like a lambent yellow. And, as he just looks furious, and Zephyr goes up to him, and she kind of hugs him. She's like, we'll get him back. We will, my love. And as he kind of turns back to look at you, you can see he's, like, almost panting with rage and just pain. And you see, actually, Aelwyn, as fierce as he is, you see, like, he's got tears in his eyes at this. And he just kind of, I'm with you. He turns away to follow you all.
We'll get back.
As you guys head out, he looks over. He greets each one of you in turn. He's like, Celibus, Fine swordplay, my friend. And Elwyn, I can never thank you enough, my dear. And he looks over and, Sir Venric, cleaning him up as you go. And by the lad Clay, my God, he's learned to use a spear. What happened to the big man? He says, kind of looking down at the bandaged, very still, very pale priest.
Oh,
Very
we've come in encounter with dozens of the cultists in the temple. We were in the ruined temple and just swarmed by them. That and then the zombies, the dead. They come back as soon as you kill them. The next night, they're shambling around, and well, Bertram took one too many, and he went down. We're gonna get him back though.
Thick as fleas, these cultists and undead are. We should go. You're right. He kind of goes over, pats Bertram on the shoulder. Glad you're alive, my friend. And he kind of, again, he stares back at the walls of the distant smithy. I hope my friend is too. Snick is like finished cutting orc throats. I'm Snick. Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
It's nice to meet you, Snick.
And you guys can kind of see as he looks at each one of you. He looks rather pleased. He's got, he's looking at his bloody blaze, and he's like, kind of flips one up in the air, catches it deftly, sheathes it. He's like, and he just kind of falls in. You see him, he kind of moves rapidly, but also almost cover to cover all the time. Sometimes he's ahead of you guys, sometimes he's behind. Wolf kind of notices you. He's like, Snick's a fine scout. He's a good thief. He's used to people not liking him. But I could tell he likes you all. None of you tried to kill him. He really appreciates that. So.
And vice versa. Anyone who doesn't try to kill me is a friend, right?
I can't thank you enough. You showed up again in the nick of time. But we should be going. We should get out of the road.
Yeah.
You continue on. Who rolled the last encounter? Was it Celibus or Elwyn? Or the last check, I should say.
Yeah,
I think I rolled the last one.
All right, Elwyn, roll me a d6 as you're heading out of town.
Okay. 2.
No encounter, as it is daytime, and there's been enough encounters that I didn't up the dread die. All right, Venric, as you guys are getting out of town, you're making your way to the well-protected camp. You're going to have to roll me to see if the camp had an encounter in your absence. However, because it was such a good camp and it is got good defenses, roll with advantage. So take 2d6 and take the higher.
3 and a 4.
All right. You make your way back to the camp. And again, you are happy to see that, as you get close, again, it's a little bit of a hike to get there. You encounter nothing else along the way. And as you're getting close, you can tell that Scarrow's arrows are doing their job because, you hear one of them before you see them, and you hear, oh, it's them. They're back. They've got wounded. And you can kind of see that what they did is they set up stakes like angled stakes. And there's a couple men near that, but there's also, they're ranged out throughout the camp where they can watch the whole thing. You guys approach and they instantly rush out to help you all, as does Arnall. And they bring you into the safety of the camp, along with the people that you rescued. I gotta find their names. Elroy and Daisy, and also the pack who are now with you. And you can tell the goblin's kind of lingering off in the bushes. And Wolf kind of looks at you all and he just raises his eyebrow. He's like, he doesn't have to come in. He's used to it.
No, if he's friendly, he's welcome to join the camp.
Your men aren't going to try to shoot him or anything, right?
No, and actually, Venric will look to Scarrow's arrows. Listen, he's with Wolf's group here. He's a goblin, but he's friendly.
A goblin? Scarrow speaks up. The only good goblin is a dead goblin, lad. Surely you know that.
That's what I thought too until we met this one. He's different.
Oh, my troth, is that wolves too?
That's right. Those are wolves.
Who are these people? Who are you? You just hear that from a bush nearby.
Did Ruathane and Haste make it back?
Oh, hi, they did. They were terrible, seemed out of sorts, but I fed them, I rubbed them down, and you see Ruathane come rushing out of the camp to you.
Oh yeah, Aelwyn runs right to him and
Love you, hon.
throws her arms around his neck.
Okay. And as you're closer now, you get this impression of something on dark wings pursuing him.
Oh god.
Something terrifying. Not now, but that's what he was running from. That's what they were running from. And Venric, you see Haste. Clay runs over. And you see the puppy come out barking. And you can see Clay runs over, picks up his puppy. He kind of turns. I've thought of a name for him, sir.
Oh, you have?
Yes. I'm going to name him Stalwart. Because he's like Brother Bertram. He's stalwart. Bertram, he stood against those monsters as they came in. Nothing stopped him.
That's a good name. It's a fine name.
Stalwart. He'll be good. About this time, you guys can see that the arrows kind of come over. They take over. You guys are grateful. They take over, lugging Bertram's, body in. And then, one of them's like, "Oh my God, they're growing big," and and Scarrow's like, "Do you want us to take him into his temple, sir?"
Yes. Make sure that he's at ease in his bed.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll move old Garner. They take him in there. They put Garner still in a pallet, but Garner seems like he's still unconscious. But he's Scarrow says he's been in and out of it, sir. But I think he's going to be all right. We just need to get him some long-term care. It looks like what bit him like this, sir? As he's looking at Bertram, you guys have had to peel part of Bertram's armor back, his pauldron and his breastplate, and you can just see it. Blood is just seeped everywhere from his neck and his shoulder with this impossibly large mouth clamped on.
It's a creature we've encountered. We've encountered them twice. I don't even know what they are. I don't know if they're undead or if they look like demons, but they're ferocious things. We were ambushed. And Bertram fought, well, he was stalwart, like Clay said. But one got too close and bit him, took him down. He's going to be all right, but we have to get him back to town.
Aye, and what of Copper, sir? He looks pretty bad, too. What do you want us to do with him?
We'll make a pallet for Copper. We'll have to make him as comfortable as we can. Again, he has to get back to town as well. He took, I believe it was a maul or an axe.
A maul.
It was a maul. Yeah, it broke his ribs. Just crushed him in.
Venric will he'll go to Haste and pat him and greet him and make sure that he's all right.
Okay. And you get the sense from Haste, Venric, he's on edge in a way you've rarely seen. You've ridden this horse into packed melees with hundreds of men on both sides, and while his blood was up, you've never sensed this kind of like unease and almost nervousness about him.
Aelwyn, can Ruthane tell you what was chasing them?
That thing, the whatever creature that was that could fly, that was chasing him.
I'd like to run that thing through with my blade. One of these days.
Too.
Wolf, so what's going on? You said Ren was captured?
Aye. We found the Scordag. He was, Snick had found him. When I left you last, I went back. Well, Zephyr told me that she had met you all there. And she looks over at you, Aelwyn, and she kind of whispers in your... Did you bring a package for me?
It had...
Thank you. And Wolf kind of just keeps talking. He's like, Snick found him. We moved in. We debated a lot of orcs, mind you. A lot more than... It seems like Scordag is drawing more to his banner. And, Ren pushed. He wanted to go. He wanted to go then. He said there's no point in waiting any longer. He wanted to kill. Snick wanted to wait. So did I. Get a little more intel. But I swear, Rend and Snick bicker so much. If Snick says it's up, Ren's going to say it's down. Doors and goblins. It's amazing that we can survive as a group. But at any rate, we went in. Rend is a better tactician than me. He had a good plan. But my God, there were so many of them. And Skordag, well, the dwarf we're after, he'd looted some. He'd looted a hammer. I think it's magical. He'd smashed into the ground. We lost our footing. And another thing, he's got some strange magical gauntlets. He's stronger than he should have been. At any rate, we killed half a dozen of them, but, well, Skordag hit Rend. Hit him hard. And Zephyr's like, he was so still. I've never seen Rend hit like that. I've seen him fight ogres. He fell. But I swear he was alive. And Snick kind of, maybe he did. And, he looks over, Wolf's like, not funny, Snick. Not funny. Sorry, I love Rend. And he like scrambles away out of arm's range. You don't see like Wolf try to hit him or anything, but you see like again, Snick is a jittery, crazy little thing, and he like kind of just gambles off about 20 feet away. And you can see Scarrow's arrows are just like wild-eyed at all these new people, like 2 wolves, this big grim-looking ranger, the scantily clad woman, and then of course, the goblin in their midst. It's just like they're like, what in the heck? And finally Wolf says, we had to flee. Ren's plan was move in, hit him lightning fast, which we did. Hit him just after the sun came up, which we did. It was all a good plan. I can't fault the plan. There were just too many. And, well, the plan also kind of counted on us being able to drop Skordag quick. And I'll be honest with you, I'm not too proud to admit it. He's tougher than we thought.
Interesting. Well, you're not the only ones that didn't succeed the first attempt. We got to the temple. We're in search of something, and we were overrun by cultists, and our rogue Copper, he was dropped in combat, and so we were on our way to take him back to town. And we got outside of this temple. We're swarmed by a dozen zombies at least. We fought them off, but we saw this weird winged creature back in Fartham. Have you heard of this thing? And it seems like it only comes out at night. It can fly. It grows wings. And so that plus dozens of zombies more down the hill, we decided to go back into the temple. We rested at night, and that's when the other beasts attacked us. But we've had poor luck as well.
And you see Wolf kind of, he looks over at Snick, and Snick's like, I see them. Man-bat or Batman or something. I seen them. I seen him at night. Snick's eyes are good in the dark. Wolf kind of nods. He's like, aye, he told me of him. We've kept clear of the graveyard for that reason. Saw some unfortunates get dragged in there. Different types of undead. Seen, he looks over at Snick. Zombies? Aye, shamblers. We've also seen, he looks over at Zephyr. She's like, the ones you described to me, I think there were ghouls and skeletons. Fast-moving ones, though, I believe, were ghouls. A lot of undead in that graveyard. I don't know if any of the dead are just dead in there anymore, but places a death trap, we've steered clear.
Well, it seemed this man-bats, whatever it is, was sending these creatures in our direction.
Zephyr nods, and she kind of nods as Celovus is talking, steps a little closer to Celovus and cross arms. She says, I agree. I think think it might be some strange sort of vampire, Selvus. I haven't seen it, but Snick has seen it several times. But I don't think it ever saw him. And Snick, again, Snick over near, he's like, nothing sees Snick if Snick doesn't want to be seen. Yes, Snick, you're the fastest and the stabbiest, we know. But at any rate, I do think, not any kind I've ever heard of, but I do think it was some sort of vampire.
This is true.
On the way into the temple, Celibus and I got a look at what looked like a nobleman, and he nodded at us, but he didn't seem right. Something was evil about him, and I wonder if it can transform into that thing. No, I'm not sure. Something wasn't right about it. There's plenty.
Vampire. Is there anything not in this blighted town? Any evil? What's next? A dragon? Well, sorry, Vrixis.
Well.
No offense taken.
I mean, technically.
So,
Oh.
what's
We'll say
what
just
Phyllis?
be careful around the rivers.
The rivers. We've not been to the river much.
Good. We think there might be trolls in the river.
Trolls.
That's what
Ye
I
gods.
believe Sir Vendrick saw.
Well, what were you getting ready to say, Elwyn?
Oh, I was just gonna ask Wolf, what will you do next?
Well, maybe we could have us a little powwow around the campfire, dinner, maybe off. And he kind of looks like he doesn't want to discuss a lot further with, you got Scarrow's arrows about and different people just moving around. He looks like he just wants to talk to maybe you three.
Very well.
We could do that.
And you guys see that as, everybody in the camp kind of goes, Clay makes himself ready to, he's getting Venrick's clean clothes out and ready. Scarrow's arrows are seen to the defenses. And what is my party doing as you guys are at camp?
Venrick is going to take a minute to go to Clay, and he just kind of pull him aside and put his hand on his shoulder. Clay, you fought valiantly the last few fights. I want you to know
Thank
how
you,
proud
sir.
I am of you.
His chest puffs out with pride. He grounds his spear. Thank you, sir. It's your training. It's honestly, I've learned so much. I can't thank you enough for making me your squire.
It's an honor to have you, Clay. You're an adept student, and I couldn't be happier with you. But I'll let you be back to your duties, and I have a meeting to go to.
Yes. What is Aelwyn doing?
She is going to try and find Daisy a spot because she doesn't have a tent herself, and so she'll offer, "You're welcome to sleep on the ground with me. I know that's kind of cold, but Ruthane's very warm." So,
you notice Aelwyn, she's never further than about 10 to 15 feet from you at any time. You half the time, even within the next couple hours as you're getting settled back into camp, even she keeps a distance from Ruathane at first, but once she realizes he's not like fierce toward her or anything, she just
Aelwyn
stays
will
close.
introduce them and teach her how to pet his face and stuff. And
She's like,
or he
"Oh,
likes to be scratched."
I can pet him. Oh, he looks very dangerous," but
He is, but also kind.
she pets him and he kind of nudges her slightly and she smiles. And again, you see the ghost of the vibrant, woman she must once have been, but she's just been through a lot. And, she kind of smiles. She's like, if it's all right, I would just rather camp near wherever you are. I mean, I don't know any of these men, and I'm sure, well, you travel with them, and I'm sure they're honorable, and,
Yeah, they're all fine, but like I say, I would offer you a tent if I had one, but, I have an extra bedroll, so we should be plenty warm.
that's perfect. That's excellent. And she just seems very, very happy. And you notice that Ruathane, now that now that he's close to you, he kind of stays close to her, like leaning near her, letting her lean up against him from time to time, and just kind of getting a sense you want her protected. And so he starts doing that. What is Celovus doing?
Silvus is actually taking a good chunk of time to unload and organize the party bag, all the stuff that we've gotten. So he's kind of separating everything out, just making sure it kind of has everything put away for the time being.
Okay. Venric, as you kind of come out of your tent, you see Elroy Ashton, the farmer. He kind of walks up. He's got his hat in his hand. He's like, "Sir, I is it all right if I stay with you? I can see the Daisy's planning on going with you all as well. I can work during my keep."
Yeah, you can stay in our tent. We have a large tent. There should be enough space for you.
Oh no, sir, I didn't mean that. I'm fine with a blanket. I can sleep outside, and I don't have to. And you see one of the Scarrow's arrows. He's like, "We've got a room for him. We'll make room in our tent, sir. Not
Much
to worry."
appreciated. You just meant at the camp in general?
Yes, sir. I heard you're going maybe back to the temple, and I think my farm is gone, and I don't know what to do next. But if I could see, Father Gedwin has always been a good, kind-hearted soul, and well, I mean to seek his counsel. Maybe try to take on work at the temple or something. I don't know what to do, but yes, I just.
Yes,
it's all right,
yes.
sir.
Of course, yes. Well, we're going back to town after this, and you can travel with us. And I think that's a good idea for you to speak with Father Gedwin. He's a good man.
Thank you very much, sir. And Elroy kind of turns, and one of the arrows, is like, "You need your own cloak, man." And he kind of, "Here, I've got some." He gets an old threadbare brown, dusty cloak, and you guys see the arrows start taking care of people. You actually see, the younger arrow is over talking to I gotta remember his name now. Find it.
That's somewhere.
Yeah. You see young Nils is over, and he's actually talking to Snick. And Venric, as you kind of glance over, he's like, "So, like, were you always a goblin?" He goes, "Ah!" He's like, "Well, I mean, is this a spell? I mean, don't goblins always attack people?" "Not always. I always attack orcs, I can tell you that." "Oh, right." And about this time, Duncan kind of walks over. "My lord, a word, Sir Venric."
Yes. What is it?
Right. So, these people are coming with us, right?
They're trustworthy, Duncan. That one, and Venric will point at Wolf. He saved our camp. A few weeks back, the rest of us were out exploring Fartham, and when we got back, we had been ambushed by 6 orcs. They would have killed everyone if Wolf didn't step in when he did. He saved us.
I see. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, that's what good enough for me, and you're the boss, and I didn't know that. I just had to check.
Is
that
what this was about?
Aye, sir. I wasn't trying to second guess you, of course. I mean, you're the leader. I just I see goblin and wolves, and he looks as savage as his wolves. They look tame as hounds with him.
To be fair, Duncan, if we didn't know Wolf, I would think the exact same thing. But like I said, we would have been goners. Well, our camp would have been goners. He made it there to save Clay and Copper and everybody else that was at camp. He saved us. And then we met his partner there, and one of them's missing.
Oh, aye. And you notice that he's like Duncan, the ladies' man, as he is kind of fastened his eyes on her. "I noticed her the second she came into camp, sir," if you take my meaning.
Venric will kind of smirk and nod, but I don't know if I'd go barking up that tree. Wolf is quite ferocious. However, there's Daisy there. Maybe you'd have better luck there.
She's with him?
Yes.
That big, ugly-looking tree man. Huh. I see. Well, isn't that something? Right, sir. Well, of course, nothing if not professional. Boy, she kind of leaves it all out there to be seen, eh?
Not much left for the imagination, yes.
Aye. Well, so the camp is, I wanted to tell you too. I didn't see it. But Guy was on watch. He's been jumpy ever since the owlbear attacked the camp. I think he kind of blames himself for, for old Garner getting hurt so bad. But the tree lady, the elf lady, she spoke of something with wings, and then I couldn't help but overhearing. Well, Guy saw something like that too, flying toward us. He thought something, a wyvern or something, was going to attack, but he said it stopped, and he saw it through the trees, and it kind of veered away before it got too far out of. I don't know if it ever came outside the environs of the town, but then it wasn't. 10 minutes later, the elk and the horse came thundering in. So it does add up, does line up with everything that the elfling was saying. So this place is madness. I've seen a lot, mind you, and I'm sure so have you, but it's like hell itself walks here in Fartham.
Fartham is a cursed town. That winged thing, it's intelligent. I know that much. It seems like it commands the undead. Sent them for us. We were overwhelmed back at the temple, but that is interesting. We'll need to let Aelwyn and Celibus know that it's come close to the camp, because that means it could trail it. At night is when they strike, so make sure that you're watching closely when you're on guard.
I am a lord.
But good work keeping up on the place. And like I say, Duncan, I wouldn't bring this group into our group if we didn't trust them. Wolf saved us.
Absolutely, sir. And I of course trust you implicitly. And I must say, a lot of the credit for this place has to go to Mistress Aelwyn. Once you know it's here, of course. I mean, it's perfect, but how she found it? Well, Elven Druid, I guess it doesn't. What else needs to be said? But sir, we'll keep the perimeter, and you've no worry of that. And looks like old Arnold's just about got the stew ready.
Good. All right, well, good work, Duncan. And if you need anything, just let me know.
Aye, sir. He kind of walks away. You guys can see it's getting late afternoon. Arnold's got the stew on. You guys see he keeps going into the temple, from time to time. He looks very troubled. He's just he's not openly weeping or anything, but he looks like he's close to tears as he just keeps glancing back. He's so troubled, clearly about Bertram. And, he finally says, soup's on, and doesn't say much else as everybody gathers in. He's got wooden bowls off to the side, and he ladles everybody a bowl as they come through. There's some hardtack and stuff to go with it. You can soften up in the soup. And he hands everybody their bowl in turn.
Yeah, thank you, Arnold. Bertram will make it. He'll pull through this.
You think so, sir?
He's the toughest priest I've ever met.
He's always looked at. He's been good, He's looked out for me, sir. I just feel terrible. And he kind of just goes quiet without really much more that he seems to be able to say. You guys, everybody kind of gathers in. My assumption is everybody eats dinner. Arnold takes a little bit of broth in, and feeds Bertram. Brother Bertram, you are deep in unconsciousness, and you hear a voice speaking to you, calling your name.
Who is there?
I am with you, my friend. Follow me. And all of a sudden, all the darkness recedes. And almost like in the beginning, it's just like ahead of you, just like a little bit of light that grows. And you're almost like flying forward. You see a winged figure in shining armor, golden skin, and hair so blonde it's almost white, flying ahead of you. An armored angel, the one that you remember. He flies high into the sky, and you realize with a rush and a thrill, you're flying behind him. Your bravery is true, my son. For this I shall show you. And he grants you a glimpse. Me. Well, if I can find my right map, that's the question. Sorry, everybody. I thought I had this one preloaded.
No problem. No worries.
All good.
Bertram, your vision sharpens as you're looking. And he says, do you see the castle road
I
next
see.
to the Bramblewood?
I see it.
There in the Bramblewood, your friend, the elf, she will find a sacred grove. There she will gain power as she connects to the land. She will also find some of her kind there. She will be able to learn much. Do you see the hills to the southwest, south of Ruoven?
I see them.
You see them there? Good. There you will find a shrine. A great saint, Saint Cathal, who worshipped our Lord. Seek his shrine there. Pray there. Saint Cathal was a pious man, a holy man. Commune there, and you will learn much.
Thank
you will
you.
heal sooner than you could imagine. Yes, my son.
Thank you for this knowledge.
You will heal in days, not weeks. Rest now. And you are plunged back into darkness once again, Bertram.
I sleep peacefully.
And somewhere as Arnal's spoon feeding you soup, you give a bit of a smile. You guys need to take a break? Because I do. Just 5.
Okay.
Be
All
right
right.
back.
One.
All right. So, as you guys gather after dinner, everybody finishes their meal. Arnal comes out of the traveling temple, and he excitedly comes. He's got some color back to him. He was talking. He said something about hills and forests, and I don't know what it meant, but he didn't wake up fully, but he seemed better. I think he's going to be all right.
Oh, good.
And you guys kind of make your way over, and eventually, and Wolf waits kind of patiently. He and Zephyr are, seated kind of, she's leaning up against him. She's kind of weary, got her cloak about her, and she's like resting her head on his shoulder. And eventually you guys make your way over there, get some little bit of time where everybody's just kind of spaced out. The camp's starting to get quiet. Fire's going pretty good. And Wolf says, so, maybe we can talk now.
Yeah. Yeah, now's a good time.
Good, good. Well, as you know, hold on, let me get the right. Should have this. Some of these images, anyhow. And there's the full pack. I could never show you that picture before because you guys didn't know Snick was a goblin.
Nice.
But Wolf, he says, so look, I know you got your own problems, and I know you need to get your friend back to the temple. If you're all right with it, I want to at least travel back to the temple with you. And Zephyr kind of nods sleepily. She's like, I have a package I need to get. It's pretty important. Aelwyn was going to pick it up if it came in time, but didn't look like it did. Thank you again for that, dear. And you guys see Wolf kind of glances over. Snick is kind of off to himself now. You see he's going through what looks like a collection of knives and daggers, and he's just got different ones. You know, nothing bigger than a dagger, but like it looks like, nearly, 8 or 9 daggers that he's just like, and as it takes you a minute, he's talking to them, and he's like, oh yes. He's like, and then Zephyr kind of shakes her head. She's, they each have names. They're not magical or anything. They're just. Why don't you tell them the story of Snick? Oh, I don't think they want to know about Snick. Well, do you? I don't know. No secrets between us, of course.
I'm interested, actually.
I am curious. I've never met a goblin that wasn't trying to kill me.
I know goblins are. Well, again, you. I don't blame you. Snick was he was the last of his tribe after ogres attacked. Well, orcs and ogres. He survived by his wits. He helped us. Back then it was me and Zephyr, and I knew Ren, but Ren wasn't with us at the time. I think Ren would have probably killed poor Snick in a hand. Just doors, goblins. You understand. It's a sore point with Ren if you talk to him about it. I think he swears he's going to kill Snick every single day. I don't know, but they've gotten used to each other. I won't say fond. Anyhow, Storm over there, she was pretty badly wounded. And Snick, he showed up, and he attacked these orcs we were fighting. Snick hates orcs. Apparently his tribe was always preyed upon by a particular tribe of vicious orcs. And it was orcs with ogres that wiped out his people. But as I say, he helped us out. I think he was going to run away, but Zephyr has a way. She talked to him real gentle. Like he was a child, and he was injured too. I don't know what all she said to him. I was going to shoot him, but odd as it is, he's been with us ever since. And Ren, we have the pack. We split off from time to time in our own business. Ren's people, his tribe likewise was pretty badly fractured. He made his way back. He objected, of course, and it was a lot of much ado. But, Zephyr spoke up for him, and Ren can't say no to Zephyr. I think Ren's in this group because of Zephyr, too, because she, you know what? Ren's story is not mine to tell, but Zephyr really helped Ren out at a hard time in his life with her magic. And she says, yes, dear, that's a story for another time. We'll let Ren tell that should he wish. You know how private he is. Right, dear, right. Well, at any rate, look, first of all, Is it all right if we travel with you back to the temple? We'll watch your backs as you watched ours.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, and secondly, we've talked about it. And Zephyr nods. Snick agrees too, don't you, Snick? Yeah! Look, a new one! And he just looks happy, and you guys look over, and it's not a particularly sharp-looking dagger. It's just like weirdly shaped. When you recognize it as a dagger that's mostly used normally for cleaning fish. It's just got like a nice hook to it, but it just, he just likes it a lot. Look, we're after a bounty, I'm sure. I think Zephyr said she talked to you. I believe.
Scordag.
Yeah, she mentioned it.
Aye, Scordag. Scordag's skull splinter. Wretch. So, the old smithy in town. That's where Scordag has taken up residence. Now, look, the bounty isn't just for killing Scordag. That's a part of it. But Scordag has taken a prisoner, a dwarf, a rune priest, a cleric. His name is Graven Granite Hammer. You know of the Granite Hammers in the Lonely Valley. You guys can give me knowledge, local, geography, history.
I got a 15.
Venric got a 14.
Don't know much.
Okay, so it was 15 and up. Aelwyn, you don't remember much, but you do remember your mother talking about these dwarves. They were known as the Granite Hammers, and they were seeking. There was a hall that they were driven out of in the southeast of the Shattered Lands. Somewhere there was an ancient dwarven, a dwarven mountain, a dwarven heap or something. You remember her talking about. You remember the stories because there was said to be a great carved sculpture of a dwarf warrior with a granite hammer and a river nearby, and there was the doors entered through this hammer. Anyhow, you just remembered when you were young, she would tell you stories of faraway places. At any rate, they're looking for their lost hall. Now, Graven is one of their priests, see, a priestly, a rune-type priest. And he's been captured, right? So the job is, when we were in Softcoat, we met with some of his clan that were there. They couldn't find him. They've looked. They've tried their best, understandably, right? But I get the feeling it's not just that he's family. You see what I mean? He's very important to them. So look, and he kind of seems like he's got some inner struggle going on. And he looks over at Zephyr. He's like, Rend isn't gonna like it. She's like, Rend isn't here. He could be dead for all we know. Just cut him in. And Wolf finally looks back. He says, all right, look, your friends, brothers in arms, this is a big score, all right? Now, killing Scordag, that bounty, these Granite Hammers want him dead, and that bounty is 2,000 gold. But if we can bring back the rune priest, this Graven Granite Hammer, alive, it's double. It's 4,000 gold. Now, we'll split it right down the middle. Even split. Your group takes half, our group takes half. And yes, Rend he'll be furious later, but you know what? He'll be furious and alive. Or he could be happy and dead. I hope he's still alive. Old friend. But I think I don't know. From what I know, Skordag is using this grabbing to do work. Maybe if he hadn't killed Rend outright, and Zephyr swore she saw him still breathing, maybe he'll put Rend to work too. I don't know. Skordag seems to be trying to get a bunch of weapons. Now, look, I know you lot have business in Fartham. I get that. I do. I'm willing. You help me, I'll help you. I'm willing to help you fight this cult if need be. Not just split the reward. Okay? We'll come back after we get the reward and we'll help you. You have my word. Time is kind of at the essence on this. And you guys all see him kind of look up into the sky as night is coming. Moon's getting full. And again, you all see now his eyes have this like almost yellowish lambent glow. And he looks over, he glances over at her, and she says, just tell him everything, Wolf. In for a penny, in for a pound, right? All right. Don't panic. Please don't go for any weapons. I'm going to tell you what I've got to tell you. Maybe you've guessed already. I think the elf has. I've seen the way you looked at me, Owen. I'm a werewolf. Was bitten when I was young. I can control it pretty good most times. Except for the very fullest moons. And there is an elixir that Zephyr makes for me. And she kind of looks at you and she's, that's what I was hoping to get my hands on. The elixir, it staves off and greatly lessens his urgings.
Wolfsbane.
Normally, see, they'd lock me up, they chain me up somewhere. They get away from me, they keep everyone away from where I'm at. Well, we wouldn't have even left Softcoat. We've got a hideout there. But this score, see? It was too much money to pass up. It was too much coin. So,
Well, what do you all say?
I say, first things first. I say we get Bertram back to town when him and Copper heal. I mean, like you said, it's more of an urgent thing because we don't know if they'll let Ren live or not. And I'm all for the idea of killing this orc, saving the dwarves, and then continuing on with what we were doing.
and at the very least, we need to go to the temple and see if Zephyr can get the package she needs for the elixir. And if there we part ways, fair enough. Now look, I'm pretty sure Gedwin knows what I am. And you see, Zephyr kind of looks over and she kind of takes offense at this. She's like, what you are is a good man. You're cursed. I don't think the priests take kindly to me there. Careful. I try to do my best. Even when the moon grows very full, I do my best to resist. So either way, I've got to get back to the temple myself.
What is it like? I'm sorry, that was probably insensitive. I've never met a lycanthrope.
I don't remember much. It's confused recollections. I've woken up naked in a glade with a deer ripped apart. That was one of the better times. Other times it's worse. At times, strange doomsayers, prophets have tried to tried to intimate that maybe I was something called the wolf that walks. I don't know. I'm just a man.
Is there truly no cure for it?
None that we've been able to find. And Zephyr kind of leans in at that point. We've been seeking a cure. But, well, so far we haven't had a lot of luck. Celovus maybe could explain to you that such cures are rare and thus quite expensive. He might even know some of the right people to talk to. It's another reason Wolf and I were so excited when we knew you were that Celovus. Aye, Celovus is well known in Softcoat, beyond.
I have some contacts. Now that I know, well, your condition, let's say. However, I will say, Wolf, from my studies anyways, the wolf on two legs is not a true lycanthrope in that way. It is apparently something different.
Aye, well, I know nothing of that. Just what some fools have said to me from time to time. And you can see Zephyr looks over at you shrewdly, Celovus, and she nods. He's right, Wolf, I've told you. And I told you they would take it better than you thought. Well, I thank you. And I'd like to keep it maybe our secret if we could. Of course, tell Bertram if he waits.
I look up, how many days do we have till the full moon?
Not long. Week and a half, maybe. Week. It's close. I can feel her. I can feel her always. And Zephyr kind of grabs his hand. We have time, my love. We have time. And she kind of nods at you.
Look, Venric, Celovus, I don't know how the two of you are feeling, but I'm caring less and less about this relic as the days go by. I say we do it.
Rend is our friend, and
Right. I know nothing about this relic, but I know who Rend is, but that has helped
and
us.
if we can save him, then I agree.
I am keen on the idea of saving Rend. He is our friend. But let me ask, Elwyn, Celovus, let's say we get to the point, we find Rend, we help kill this orc. After, will the two of you help us find the relic?
I don't know.
You're-
Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, I'm go ahead.
Venric, we came so close to dying so many times, and Gedwin won't even tell us what this relic is or what it does. It could just be blessed by some saint for all we know, and I don't want to die for that. I, for one, intend to get some answers before I go back into that hell pit again.
I was just going to say, perhaps when we're back in town we could ask Father Gedwin. We'll just be direct with him.
It's true. For what it's worth, Sir Bender, I do plan on trying to help my brother Bertram and Father Gedwin's cause. Even if we have to go about it, perhaps, in a more patient way, or I don't know. The directorate seems to be getting us into trouble.
Yes. Yeah. It's been a difficult road. Well,
We might be closer than we thought. It's hard telling.
I do believe that it's in the lower levels of that temple. I do believe. It is. I could be wrong, but
I believe so as well.
and we were
From all
so
the notes
close.
we've.
But I think those cultists, even when there were only a few left, when we were in their home territory, they did not run. I don't really think that they're going to take it and run somewhere else. I think they're going to go to ground. And so I think the odds are fairly good, if it's there, of it not moving. I could be wrong, but their behavior suggests that they're not going to take off and go somewhere else.
That makes sense.
So
And-
you're thinking,
Sorry. Continue, but Barrett.
you're thinking that more than likely it's already there, and even more likely than that, it won't be going anywhere. So
I
we
don't
can
think
find
so.
it after we
If-
help rescue Rend.
Right.
If what Aelin says is true, that would lend credence to my theory, which is that they are trying to perform some sort of ritual utilizing this relic.
I mean, they talk so much about feeding that tree of blood, feeding it, everything. I'm sure they're trying to do something, grow it. I don't know.
And one of the most powerful forms of magic is something holy that has then been tainted.
Well, I'm sure Brother Bertram will be all for helping save Rend. But knowing him, he's going to want to find this relic afterwards.
Agreed. Well, I'm willing to help Wolf get his group and try to find him. But I'm also willing to continue searching for the relic as well.
As am I. As am I. I think that first things first, we get Bertram back on his feet. We relay all of this message, the information to him. And if I know Brother Bertram, he'll be all right to help Rend first, and then continue seeking for the relic.
I don't know. He's been pretty set on this relic, but also I don't care.
He is a stubborn type.
Well, I mean,
Then in the
that's,
morning, let's break camp.
I would say, back to the temple.
So yeah, Wolf, Zephyr, we're with you.
And they kind of have stepped apart to give you guys space to discuss. And as you say this, they kind of glance at each other, and he gives a broad grin. Excellent. And just so you know, he pulls out a contract, and much of it is in Dwarven, but there are a few translations that have been made into human. And you can see at the bottom, sure enough, it's 2,000 gold pieces for the head of Skordag, and another 2,000 gold pieces for the return of Graven Granite Hammer. And he's like, just want to make sure you know it's above board. He rolls it back up and hands it back to Zephyr, who puts it in a scroll tube. Well, we're with you. And he kind of stands to his feet. We're off for bed then. We're both pretty beat up and tired. And as he kind of puts his arm around Zephyr, he kind of looks back at you. And Venric, my hearing's real good. You should tell your man Duncan, I don't mind a man looking at my woman. Anything beyond looking, he and I'll have a problem.
Venric just nods.
She is pretty though, isn't she? And she kind of elbows him. Knock it off. And then they kind of walk off together. Fire crackles. You look around, the camp is starting to settle. And for the sake of kind of moving things forward in brevity, no encounters through the night. You guys are able to rest, really rest. The next day dawns. You begin making your way back to the temple of the Argent Lord. You find the right map, and as you make your way and you travel for a day and a half, And I'm not going to have you guys roll for encounters because you guys right now are a veritable army between Scarrow's arrows, nearly the full pack, all of your group. I mean, if there were any
There's like 30
bandits or orcs or anything watching, they're like, nah, I'm good. And you guys just make your way. It's just slow going. Arnold drives the wagon. He's being careful. And about a day and a half later, you arrive back at the Temple of the Argent Lord. As you get there, well, as you're pulling up, what are you guys going to do?
Garner, Bertram, and Copper in.
Yep.
All right.
Get them to the temple.
All right. As you begin bringing them into the temple. Let me find the right. All right. As you make your way, you pull in, the wagon up, or the traveling temple up. You can see acolytes come out as you guys are, getting Bertram unloaded. Again, you're still using this old, the table legs broken off of the table. They kind of look as they're like, oh, we'll get a proper stretcher, and they kind of run back in. You see one of the acolytes, hurry, tell Father Godwin, tell Sister, oh, she's gone, that's right. And they're rushing around. As soon as you begin to bring Bertram, as soon as he crosses the threshold of the temple, there is a silvery white flash, and superimposed up in the nave, just in the entry of the temple, you guys see this massive, 10 plus foot tall, winged angel with golden skin, silvery hair, like this glowing armor, just like a flash, almost like daylight. And then it's there's almost like a crack of thunder in the distance. And Bertram sits up. He opens his eyes, yawns. And Bertram, you are at full hit points with no ill effects, other than you still bear the scars of the thing that nearly ripped your throat out.
How did we get back here? Are you okay?
I put the stretcher down.
You rub your shoulders.
Can I walk?
Yes, you feel great. You've never felt better, Bertram. You kind of roll your shoulders.
I feel like I've slept a good sleep. Aylwin, I have to talk to you. Don't
Me?
come over here.
Okay.
Aylwin, I had a vision. The last thing I remember was that thing descending on me and in blackness, but then light. There's a golden angel. I think I've seen him before. He showed me some things. He showed me I was in the sky. I was flying, Aylwin. Can you imagine? I was in the cloud looking down, and I seen the Bramblewood. Do you know what I speak of?
I've heard of it, yes.
Well, he told me, this golden angel, that there is a site of power there that would be something you would be looking for. He also told me there are elves there.
In the Bramblewood?
In the Bramblewood, yes.
I don't understand. I'm not a Lightsworn. Why would an angel be giving me directions?
Well, it does not strike me as odd either. Or it doesn't strike me as odd at all. When you might not be Lightsworn, but you are definitely helping the light. And at any rate, the angel told me what he would tell me. He also told me of a holy site to the hills southwest of
Reuben?
Yes, thank you. You were there too. No, southwest of Reuben. That I could pray and seek the saint. I think there's power to be had both in my holy site and your site of druidic magic. But your people, you had told me before you were seeking. He told me they're in there. He told me. Let me remember specifically. There are elves in the bramble.
Huh. Well, thank you. It's puzzling, but thank you for telling me.
Welcome. Did we? Where are the prisoners?
They're here. They're with us. We brought them out.
Copper?
He's here too.
Okay. Garn, is he here?
He's here. We have a lot to catch you up on, and we will.
I'm here.
Yes.
Brother Bertram, we had to make a deal with the vampire. We had to let him bite you to bring you back.
The life denies you!
It was delicious.
I smite you. Whack!
You're now a sword cult member.
Nope, no, I'm not. Nope.
If you lift up your tunic, you'll see the tree branded onto your side.
Quickly, hand me a sword. I might slice it up. It's enough of that. I just woke up from a great nap. Do not prod me.
Listen, we need to talk to Gedwin. Why don't we fill you and him in at the same time?
It's true.
Good idea.
As you are saying this, you see Gedwin come striding towards you all, and you all realize as this is happening, it wasn't just you guys that saw this angelic being. There were probably a dozen other people around, as you know, not counting the people that were with you that saw this angel, and they're murmuring about, it was an angel. I saw it. And then Brother Bertram woke up, and Gedwin is like, but he's not. He doesn't even look surprised. He's grinning broadly. My son, did I not tell you? He walks up and clasps you by the shoulders.
I have to show you something, and I will my holy symbol to glow, to shine forth.
Of course.
You were right. You were right.
We've much to discuss. He kind of glances over. He sees Wolf and Zephyr. You guys notice that Snick did not press his luck coming up in here. He kind of like, you just didn't even see him as like the last half mile. You kind of maybe glanced around as your little caravan got closer, and Snick was just gone. And at one point, Wolf's like, he's fine. This is what he does. The only place he'll come around is Softcoat, and even then, usually in the slums. And he says, Wolf, it's been a while. Aye, Gedwin. We've, I suppose, well, much to discuss. And Wolf kind of leans back, and Gedwin says, look, let's all adjourn to my study, shall we? You look tired, road weary. Wash up. Meet me there within an hour.
There you go.
Okay.
We'll go wash up.
Meanwhile, he sees to old Garner and Copper, who have not received angelic healings, and they look really, both of them, pretty bad. But Gedwin is he lets you guys know. He'll see to their care. You guys all go. You get cleaned up. You see to your several your wagon and your traveling temple, and all your horses get stable, and it's an event. It's like a circus. By the time you guys pull into town, and everything gets put away, and you guys get cleaned up. As you make your way to Gedwin's study, assuming everyone does.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. You make your way to his study. As you enter, you can smell food, and there's like a big wooden board, and there's cut up meats and cheeses. Not like it's like some tomatoes, some other greens chopped up and laid there. Not like a full meal, but like almost like what we would call it, like a charcuterie board or whatever. But food for you guys to kind of help yourself too. You see Wolf and Zephyr are there as well, kind of looking a little uncomfortable. And Wolf and he and Gedwin seem to be finishing a conversation. As you guys knock and enter, before you knock, an acolyte just shows you straight in, and you see Gedwin is like, well, as you know, there isn't much time before the next full moon. And Wolf says, I know, priest. I know. A little over 2 weeks. I'll level with you, Wolf. I've thought for a while this is what was going on with you. But you coming forward, there are those of my order that would have you burned. They'd try, Father. They'd try. But I know of the efforts you've taken. Maybe we can find you a cure. But Wolf, the people here depend on me, and I will not risk the safety of any of them. Oh, have no fear, priest. Be long gone, locked up, or dead well before then. And Zephyr kind of looks angry, and she says, if you all knew the good this man has done, she kind of takes his hand, you'd look at him differently. And Gedwin nods. I understand, and maybe you need to understand that's the reason he's having a meeting here, and it's not something else. We're friends here to a point, and if Bertram and Aelwyn and Venric and Celibus vouch for you, which they have, we can all continue as allies here. So, please, eat, drink. We have much to discuss.
Very well.
Bertram eats.
Okay,
Very
and you're
hungry.
famished, Bertram. That's the one thing you just feel like a glow, but you're very hungry.
That's so good. Get some of this.
You see Wolf, but he's already got stuff in his teeth, and he's eating again. It's way ahead of you, lad.
Benric digs in as well.
So, my friends, you've returned.
Fortunately,
Yes.
empty-handed.
We tried, Brother Gedwin. We have sought the relic as you asked us to do, and time and again we've sought it. We've all almost died seeking it. I don't know if I can get it.
I understand, my son. All I ever asked, if you remember at the beginning of this, was that you try, that you seek it. If it is gone, if it is not possible, then so be it.
I appreciate that. I don't want to let nobody down. Their lives are precious, and I've come to realize maybe even more so.
Father Gedwin, I'd like to say first that I greatly respect you. I know you from my mother's stories, but I think the time has come for you to either tell us why this thing is important, or I don't know if I can seek it anymore. I don't know that I can lay my life down for no reason.
Very well, my dear. Do you all have time to listen to an old story?
Yes.
Always.
Celibus knows, much of this. I do not know if he knows all. He is a seeker of the golden path. I doubt that there is very much that he is not well acquainted with. Aelwyn may know some herself. Bertram would know more if he was a bit more adept at his studies. No offense, my son. Bertram is an excellent war priest, but he and books have had somewhat of an adversarial relationship. I digress. You must understand, I knew that it was a long shot that you would be able to find the relic. What is the relic? What I say, and he looks at Wolf and Zephyr, and he pierces them, fixes them with his eye. I say only because you all are in my confidence. Is this true? Zephyr glances at Wolf and he says, "Oh, High Priest, you can trust us. Not for you, but for them. I walk through fire for them." Fire? Remember you said that. The relic looks like a murky orb, roughly the size of a skull. The orb is held by carven, draconic hands of brass that clutch it, all ending in a base, so the thing can sit upright. The orb glows with many colored lights from within. There seem to be strange shifting clouds within the glass, if it is indeed glass. It is known as the Eye of the Great Worm. It is a powerful artifact. Among many other powers, the Eye of the Great Worm allows dragons and dragonkin to communicate over any distance, and indeed across the planes themselves. And that is what was taken. It was here for safeguarding. This was deemed the best, safest place to keep it. And it is gone. Yes? Away from what?
The mountain.
Yes, the mountain. Indeed. I told you. Travel with an astute and wise sage. Keener mind I've never met. Yes, my dear.
This is something to do with the Crimson God.
It is, Aelwyn. Your mother taught you well. You may not all know, but the Crimson God, well, is the most ancient of dragons, one of the most ancient of dragons, but more than that. He sought immortality in the last age. He won it and became the most destructive force this world has ever known. It took a combined effort by the gods, many gods, our God, and he looks over at the stained glass window of the Argent Lord to stop him. In fact, Bertram, it was in that battle the Argent Lord ascended, for he gave his life in a holding action to stop the great dragon. He was slain, but he ascended again, became our Argent Lord. The light saw fit to have him ascend. So, the Crimson God was sealed, not slain. He could not be slain. The great empire of Vost, as we know it today, well, they were people of our southern desert that worshiped the dragon as their god. Once a simple tribe. They were driven north after his defeat and imprisonment. Refugees, scattered, leaderless, never to rise again. But you see, they had a prophecy. Prophecy that one day the key of flame would be found. And armed with the dragon's staff and the eye of the great worm, the doorway would be opened. Now, the key of flame is believed by some scholars to be a person in the lineage of the ancient priest who once served the Crimson God. He goes and shows you he goes and pulls out a box from behind his desk. It's got a glass top. He doesn't open it. He wipes the glass clean and lets you see there's an ancient stone tablet. And on the tablet you can clearly see a carving of a cloaked figure with fiery hair. The figure is wreathed in flame, holding the dragon's staff in their left hand and the eye of the great worm in their right. They stand before a portal of fire with a volcano in the background. He says as you're looking at this, he lets each one of you see it in turn. I am one who believes also that the Key of Flame is a person. I don't know if this person knows who they are, if they've been discovered, but I know that my informants have let me know that Voss believes they have found this person, they've identified this person somewhere in the barony to the north. I've done what I can, but the Baron has ridden off to war. So I have sent Lord Winterbourne a missive informing him of what I know. But as you know, there is a war on. So, how do I explain this? I have no idea where the staff is or whether the Key of Flame has been discovered. And I thank you all for your efforts. I don't know if the Key of Flame will be someone who willingly is an agent of Vost and through them the Crimson God. I do not know. There are many things that I do not know. What I know is that while we had the Eye of the Great Worm, that was the third. The Eye of the Great Worm is a sort of what we would think of as a crystal ball, a scrying device, but it was made by dragons, for dragons. There are things that we mortal humans can do with it, but, well, it is much more powerful than a simple crystal ball. I know that Vost has gone to war because they believe the portents, the signs tell them it is time for the Crimson God to rise. They intend to take all of these things, again, the Key of Flame, the Dragon Staff, the Eye of the Great Worm. They intend to take them all to the Dragon Temple before the great volcano. And there at the sun's zenith, they will open the portal of flame. They will open the door to the Crimson God. We have a few things going for us. The dragon staff was broken into 3 pieces a century ago in a wizard's duel. A mighty mage that held it was slain, his staff shattered. It was confirmed that it was the dragon staff. Where those pieces are, I do not know, but will be no easy task for Voss to find it.
They need all 3.
They need all 3, yes. Now, we are all players in this, well, I hate to call it a game because the stakes are so serious. That will be clear. At this point, it is likely if these men got the artifact for this cult, I doubt very seriously that they have use for it beyond a bargaining chip. Perhaps agents of Vost, perhaps the dragons or their dragon men servants have made a deal with this cult. I don't know. But if it is gone, it is gone. We can only do our best, and you have done that, and you have my thanks. From here, you are, well, you are free to make your own decisions what to do. I asked you to look. You did. You did your best. You have found out much and more than I ever would have dreamed. For all we know, the cult has traded the Eye of the Great Worm to the dragon men, the dragons themselves. There are many dragons flying these days.
Yes,
There's a great
one outside of Florida.
What color?
Red. Perhaps not spring.
Large?
Large enough to be at least
An adult.
as I feared. There are no reds that lair very close to here. Even at the volcano, my understanding it was taboo, for that was the realm of the Crimson God in life. And so the dragonmen keep the temple, but no dragon dwells there. There was a great battle fought among mercenaries and a great green dragon known as Callistrix near Corwillian, Latharan, north of here, north of the Shattered Lands. My understanding is one of their number was slain, but the rest were able to escape. My contacts among the elves there have let me know that that dragon they believe is an agent of Vost as well. Well, you must understand, the dragons don't serve Vost. It's the other way around. It's our hubris and pride to say that the Vostians, that the dragons serve them. They revere all dragons nearly as demigods. With the Crimson God, it's the head of their pantheon.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And I think when it wakes, they'll be spared from its fire.
Well, I don't know fully what their heretical beliefs are. They believe, I think, the Crimson God will bring them each to immortality, paradise. Well,
They will be one with the flame.
They're
Indeed.
an illusion.
most likely. From what I know, the Crimson God as a dragon was a evil, rapacious, never satisfied, gluttonous demon of a dragon, feared nothing. And when made a deity, those excesses were only amplified. But the Vostians have grown in power. Their visions and portents have proven true. Their empire has had help from the outside, and we now know part of why it has grown is the help of many powerful dragons that are in league with them.
There are good dragons, are there not?
There are.
Of course. Brixus, right?
Are there not, Brixus? Brixus
Yes.
kind of says, well, yes, of course we are. We are fewer in number than we once were, at least in this region. Yes. You wanted to know, Aelwyn. I could sense your anger up till now. I was very loath to share this information, not because I did not trust you, any of you, but because my hope was we could simply retrieve it, keep it sealed. It is not a holy relic. I simply called it the relic. Even Brother Bertram did not know what was inside the chest. But now you know.
I did think it was hope.
I understand, my son. I felt it necessary to shield as much as possible. I think the Eye of the Great Worm allows a portion of the Crimson God to more directly communicate with his servants, minions, and even those that are not. So,
It's actually evil.
yes, quite evil. That's why it was kept in a chest. A thrice blessed chest. But if this chest has been opened, Wolf was explaining to me his quarry, Skordag, but also the Rune Priest. Now listen, if anyone could open that chest, it would be such as this Graben. So, it may already be open. It may be done. I do not know.
Well, did you guys tell me? I don't remember about Wolf's predicament. Or would you have?
We probably would tell you right now.
Yeah, we
Okay.
kind of just it's all coming to light together.
Okay, well then Bertram would say, it seems clear to me that we have to help our friends.
So then that is the plan. We help rescue Rend and his dwarven brother, and then we continue the search for the Dragon's Eye.
And hopefully this Graven has more information.
Also,
He may. For the record, I think that is what you should do. I think another foray at the temple with all the... I'm assuming you guys have filled Gedwin in on
Yeah.
everything.
Yep.
I think there are dark forces that are in league within Fartham. They all no doubt have their own aims. This cult, I think they've made contact with something strange, extra-dimensional. I think they've made league with a Nosferatu vampire.
That's
More savage type of vampire.
Father Gedwin,
But yes,
did you know there were elves in the Bramblewood?
I had heard rumors, Ellen, but
Have you heard?
I wasn't sure. I heard
There are.
months ago.
there are elves there.
Told
How
me.
A
do you know
golden
this?
angel showed me a holy site for me to seek out, and a site of power for Aelwyn to seek out. He
I
took
see.
me into the clouds and showed me the Bramblewood and this hills south of Reuven, and he said there were elves at the Bramblewood.
I see. Well, then the rumors are true. The servant of our Lord would not steer you wrong. I keep the rumors of elves in the Bramblewood very low key because, well, the elves are not our enemies, and we don't need an open war. We don't need people thinking they need to go beating the bush for the elves and making things worse. If they're here, I'm sure they have their reasons, and I do not blame them for being hidden. And Aelwyn, not all the elves are as you remember. There's been so much fighting, bloodshed, and warfare. There's a bitterness that has crept into many of your people.
I don't even know if I should go there. If I can't go to the Weald, what welcome can I expect there?
Normally I might agree, but if the right hand of our Argent Lord has shown Brother Bertram this vision, as he has, there is a reason. If he has called you out, it has been because you have been a boon to our cause and to his servant, Brother Bertram, and he wishes to bless you with this. Good will come of it, Aelwyn, I'm sure. You have much to discuss, much to plan, no doubt. I can tell you that your friend Copper will be some weeks recovering. You cannot wait for him to help you, whatever your plans are. He'll recover. I'll see to his care. And the sellsword Garner will need to recover at least a couple more weeks as well. Now, Wolf
Yes.
has informed me of his condition with the full moon coming. However, he glances over at Zephyr and she nods at Aelwyn. She says, and the package did come. I can make the elixir. I'm going to set to it tonight. And she looks at you all. While this does not stop the transformation, it can delay it. So time is of the essence. Gedwin looks at you all. Whatever you choose to do, know that you have my blessing. Bertram, it's time. It's time for you to leave. It's time for you to go with these comrades out into the world and make your own destiny, at least for a time. If you are ever to replace me here and lead this temple, should that be the will of the Argent Lord, you must experience more of the world away from this place. Maybe that you may come back and succeed me, or Fiona may instead have that destiny, and you may have another, a greater, a different, I know not. But it is time, my son. As for the rest of you, know that this place here, this is your home. And he turns and pulls a small chest from behind the desk and sets in front of each of you a large pouch. As agreed, the rest of your payment, 100 gold each. If you remember, originally, all I asked was for more information. If you could retrieve the relic, so much the better. But you have brought that back. So know you have succeeded. This is not a failure. Whatever you do now, do because it is in your own will, your own free will, your own free choice.
Very well.
Have you any
Personal-
questions for me?
I do not. Bertram does tithe on his 100, though.
You can do that out in the
Yeah.
out in the offering.
I did
Sir
that.
Venric, yes?
No, but this does steal my resolve to retrieve this dragon's eye. It's a much greater evil at work here, and I would like to see that back here at the temple.
If possible. But yes, I think you should help your friends here. The pack is in need. And you may find out much simply by speaking with this Granite Fist.
Indeed.
I wish you luck, my friends. I wish you the light's grace and the shield of the Argent Lord to go before you. I am sorry for all that you have endured, but I know the innocence that you have rescued and the evil that you have laid low. It has made a difference.
I hope that it has.
Thank you for that.
Go with the light.
Bertram will head out.
Henrik will follow.
So
I just head out far enough to get us an aside with my group.
Okay.
Ah, so many questions answered, but I'm sorry, all of you.
What?
I thought it was a holy relic of the light with my whole heart.
Oh, I have no doubt of that. I don't even really fault Gedwin for not telling us. I mean, and he told us when it was time. That's fair.
No, he did no wrong. It was my own assumptions I'm apologizing for. Vehemently, I stated what it was. I mean, not specifically, but at any rate.
I mean, technically, Brother Bertram, it depends on what religion you consider to be sacred.
Celibus. You clearly know which religions I consider sacred, and those which I do not. Yet I want to thank all of you.
I'm sure the lizard men and the dragon men believe it's sacred.
What do you think, Celibus?
I'm sure it's evil.
It's a
We
powerful
agree.
tool that we have to stop from getting to the Empire of Lost. It can't get to their hands.
Might have already, Venric. We don't know.
I think step one is rescuing this dwarf. Surely Rend. Perhaps this Granite Fist.
He could tell us, yes, if he's opened it. Maybe what
If-
happened to it.
Yes.
And he is a rune priest, in fact. That could mean several things for her. One, Sir Venric, is that you might be able to learn more about the true steel. Just saying. Rune
I hadn't thought about
priests
that, Celibus.
are the best, I would argue, when it comes to magical arms. It could answer a couple of other questions as well, but definitely good reason to try to find him.
I would say that should we succeed in this and we get further information, we can better make plans after. But I have had a vision, and I'll make you two aware of the vision I had about the holy site and Aelwyn's site of power. This would increase our abilities.
Well,
But I will go, as you guys have gone with me, I will go where you see, I guess, we're best needed.
definitely good to know, especially if they can unlock some dormant powers of yours.
Yes, it would be good for both Aelwyn and I think.
So then, are we all in agreement that the first step is to rescue Rend and his dwarven brother,
Yes.
and then visit these two sites of power, and then continue on the trail of, well, this unholy relic?
So far, I think that's the plan. What do you say, Aelwyn?
Yes. I'm in agreement. As far as all that.
I just want to say thank you to all of you. You could have easily left, and you did not, and that means something.
I don't think we could have easily left you.
I mean, to be fair, he was quite heavy. So
I do enjoy the temple meals regularly.
I mean, as far as
I get to laugh, Bertram, because I carried your body for so long.
No offense taken. So you carried me. Truly, that is impressive. You are.
Not by myself.
Oh well, even still, I
but
don't
you're
know.
one of us, as each of us are.
Yeah,
That's
that's what I was going to tell Father Gedwin. Is to just risk your lives for this relic. At what point do you realize life is more precious than some holy artifact? Turns out it wasn't even holy. It's just definitely good to keep out of the hands of evil.
It's true.
I thank you for your efforts, and I hope we do recover it to keep it from evil.
Indeed. And we will.
We will.
I will always heal you.
No, always have you back, Bertram.
Thank you, Brother Bertram. This group isn't the same without you around.
If only we had something to call us. What do we decide on? Just
Yeah, I think we kind of come up with a couple of different ideas.
But yeah, no, I think our next steps are immediately, as soon as we can, leave to go back to rescue that dwarf. I do, at some point in future, when we have time, I want to buy and dedicate a golden bowl in my traveling temple that I can create holy water in, but it would take time. And that's obviously something we don't have right now.
Yeah.
So,
That'd be cool, though.
yeah, it was really nice.
Came in handy against the undead.
Yes, it did. But so are we thinking leave on the morrow?
Yeah, I would
Pretty
say
much.
so.
Maybe we could see if there's any healing to be had today that we could purchase and leave first light. Unless there's anything else anyone wanted to do. We have to leave Copper. We have to leave Garn. There was another, wasn't there?
Third.
There was 3. Wasn't there 3 wounded?
You were the third.
Well, my Argent Lord has taken care of that.
It's true.
All right. Well, you guys have made some plans, made some decisions. You are back within the arms of the temple. And this is where we're going to call the session.